Hey you guys, it's your girl Rag Famous Star. I am back for Big Brother season 24, episode 3 Chit Chat. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call them now. I finally got into a groove. Don't stone me. All right, so I was not prepared for all of the things that were gonna happen this episode. Like, I follow the feeds and I'm in the updates, not everything as it happens, but each day I'm updated on what happens. I'm not necessarily waiting on the feeds. So I did, this morning, I found out about the Paloma incident. I just was not prepared, but I also was like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Because how is this going to factor in? Like, what's going to happen? Are they still going to go through with it? Because based on what has happened in the past, like, I just don't know. And I don't think CBS or Big Brother knew what to do either. That's like, it seemed like they were like, everybody in here. We need all the producers, the assistant producers. We need you, Harry, Larry, Mo, everybody in here, So it was a lot. But I do like how it ended up. I am excited to see how the HOH turns out. So I'll stop this here and let me just keep going. So episode 4 ended off with the renom of Taylor, and Taylor just feeling so bad. I just felt so bad for her because she was just like, I don't want to make people feel unwelcome, and was crying. And I don't know, I just like when people cry, it makes me uncomfortable, especially when the reason that they're crying. I just felt like, man, she shouldn't be crying, like, I get why she's crying, but she shouldn't be, because she did nothing wrong. That's what I mean by she shouldn't be crying. Like, feel how you need to feel, honey. I'm here for you. But it sucks that she's feeling this way. So, but beyond, so Paloma is comforting Taylor. Which I was like, girl, you're the reason that she's in this predicament, but whatever. So Paloma's comforting Taylor, told her that she shouldn't have told people she was in pageants. I was like, girl, what? That's like being like, you shouldn't have told people you crocheted. You should have told people you play club soccer. You should have told people that you collect stamps. Like, that's just something she does. Are you serious? Like, you shouldn't have told people you do pageants. And then I got this too. I'm glad Taylor said something, because Paloma was talking to Taylor like she was already gone, like she was already evicted. And Taylor was like, hold up, like, because she was saying stuff like, when you watch this from your couch at home, like, you'll just know that we love you and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, that's not what happened. But I mean, if that's what you gotta tell yourself. Let me just go back real quick. Julie was saying at the beginning of the episode, she said, our motto is to expect the unexpected, and tonight that couldn't be more true. And I was like, oh shoot, what's about to happen? She said the twist was supposed to culminate tonight. Once she said that, I said the twist is off. I feel like they're not voting. But then with the timing of everything, I was like, what is going to happen? Like, I kept checking my clock to see what was going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to say it's just so hard. And I say it all strong, too. So, Amira clears up the whole Monty Paloma situation. Brittany's there, too. But Brittany, I think she's more of just listening. And so Taylor talks. She was like, yeah, I just really wish you would have, we talked sooner. And so Taylor ends up talking to Monty, and Taylor clears up. They show the situation. They, show the receipts. And Taylor talks to Monty, and he said he was confused. I would have been like, bitch, if you were confused, you should have came in and talked to me. Should have clarified. You're not just going to be confused and then go around talking about the confusingness that you had about what I said with other people. That didn't make sense to me. But she was like, no, that's not what I said. I said, and then she stated exactly what she said. And Monty was like, well, even if she's telling the truth, I still want to move forward with Paloma. And I was like, delusional. He's delusional. Paloma, I did it again. Paloma told her to her face that they were talking, okay? They were talking. It was Paloma and Taylor. This is like probably that night. I don't know. And she was like, basically, Taylor was like, I want to like get to the point, because she was like going around to everybody and saying like, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Like, I just want to, get to the bottom of this, and like, that's not what I wanted to do. And then she also wanted to clear up that situation with Monty. And she was like, I just want to talk to you about the Monty situation. She was like, I don't even want to hear it. And Taylor was like, what? And she was like, I don't want to hear it, and I'd rather go to bed. And Taylor's like, oh, well, I want to talk to you about this. And she was like, am I being rude? And Taylor's like, yeah. And I would have been like, girl, you're being incredibly rude. I'm over here fighting for my life. And that's what Taylor's saying in the DR. Like, I'm over here fighting for my life, and you can't even bother to listen. Now, with all the things that have been going on with Paloma, with what happened, now I don't have any tea. I just can speculate, but I'm not going to speculate on this poor girl, because I can't imagine if it was me. Like, I don't know. I just can't imagine. So let me get to that in a bit. But so she was just like, I don't even want to talk about it. And Taylor's like, I don't know how the situation and how the conversation ended, but that's that on that. So Alyssa, Paloma, this situation was crazy. Alyssa, Paloma, Monty, Pooch, 4 of them, they're talking about working together in an alliance, and that they need a few more people, another male, another female. And so they were like, okay, well, let's bring in Kyle and Amira. That's 1 more guy's guy and 1 more girl's girl. And everyone's down. Everyone's like, yeah, cool. Like 6 of us, riding to the end. We got it. And I don't know how this happened. I think it was like Paloma and Alyssa or something. But basically, Pooch was replaced. And he didn't know he was replaced. He was replaced with Michael. So Pooch is out, Michael is in. And Michael knows he's the last person, and it's BS. But you never say no to an alliance. If someone comes to you with an alliance, you're like, yeah, I agree. So then Brittany is like, okay, she's like, my life is on the line. Brittany should have never said anything. But it's like, you don't know how things are going to happen. You don't know what is going to be what, So like, I don't blame her, but I wish she wouldn't have said anything, because she would have been in a much better position had she hadn't. But so Paloma goes to talk to Pooch about possibly being safe, because she's thinking that Pooch will have some sort of power to save one of the nominees. Or not nominees, one of the backstage girls. And so she's trying to get in good with him. And so she gives him some information that he will be like, oh, you know what? And then want to save this person. So she tells him that people have been saying her name. And then she was like, you want to guess who? And then I don't know if he guessed, but she was like, Amira. And tells him that Amira is going after him. Pooch goes to Amira and tells her what Brittany said. Amira's like, what? Like, no, I didn't say that, even though she did. But still, like, if someone comes to you and was like, did you say this? Deny, right? Like, all the way. Especially if you said it, you deny, but like in a cool way. If you didn't say it, you deny and hope that it doesn't spiral. I don't know. So Amira and Jasmine go to Brittany. I don't know if Jasmine was there when Pooch talked to Amira. She might have been, or maybe Amira told Jasmine. I don't know. But Amira and Jasmine go to Brittany, and they're pretty pissed. They asked her, like, first they just go to her and they're like, so have you heard anything? Like, do you know anything? Has anyone said anything? And I think Brittany just gets the feeling that she's like in trouble. And Brittany says, like, tell me what you heard and give me a chance to defend myself. And they tell her, like, Pooch said that you said I'm coming after him. And the only people I've told were, like, you guys. So it had to have been one of you two. Brittany's like, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Deny, deny, deny. I'm like, good strategy, but girl, you've been found out. So Amira doesn't believe it and is now gunning for her. I really wish she wouldn't have said anything, with especially how everything ended up tonight. But I don't know. So next up is this whole Paloma situation. So I don't know when this happened. So I'm just going to give the facts that were on the episode and just give my thoughts on it and then move on from there. So Paloma hasn't been sleeping. I think she said she slept 2 to 4 hours, maybe, each night. She feels anxious. She's exhausted. She feels like she wants to leave. She said that she feels delusional and that she's like freaking herself out. And I know that there was talks, they didn't show it in the episode, but that she felt like she was in a simulation. I can't imagine that feeling, just of the pressure. And everyone's looking at you all the time. There's millions of people, or thousands and thousands of people up watching the feeds at all times. Maybe not thousands, but you're under a microscope. I don't think she was ready for this. I hope she's all right. I can imagine. I don't even like speaking in front of adults. Like, I can speak in front of children just fine. But adults, I'm like, ooh. So I don't know how she's feeling. I've never been in that situation. But I really do hope that she is all right, because I don't know. I'm going to look. I'm sure they're not going to say anything for a long time, but I hope that Paloma is all right. She goes into the DR, and at first people are like, hey, where's Paloma? And they're like, I don't know. And so people can't find her. Daniel comes out of the DR with an envelope, and you know how you can like read faster than what you can say? So he opens up the envelope, and he was like, Paloma, and then like kind of breaks down. And he said, due to a personal matter, Paloma will no longer be continuing. People then start crying, and Monty prays over her with everyone. And then Julie says, like, Godspeed to Paloma. Like I said, I hope Paloma's all right. I was not a fan of her gameplay. I was not a fan of the things that she said, but I do wish her well. I don't think she was meant for this game. I think she was meant for something else. Because like I said, in the first episode, I was like, she's a cute girl. Like, she's fun. In one of my emails, my first vote that I ever did, I think I gave her like 3 or 4 votes out of my 10. I don't know. I do hope she's all right, and I don't know. I'm going to try to find out more, but I don't know. I don't want to be like spreading stuff, because I know if this was me, I know people would want to know, but at the same time, and if she says something, then I'll share that. That's what I'll do. If she says something, then I'll share that, because that's public stuff. But I'm not gonna, if I look, which I will look to find out, and I find out, then I don't know, y'all just gonna have to investigate too. Anyways, so the effect on Paloma's exit was this. So there's no vote. There wasn't going to be a vote. There was going to be basically house guests. The house guests were going to choose one of the nominees. They were still probably going to choose Taylor. Like, I don't know. And they were going to compete against one of the backstagers. So Brittany was going to be safe, and then maybe they were going to choose one of the backstagers. I don't know how that would have happened. Would Pooch have chosen? Like, they didn't really clarify how the choosing of the backstagers is going to go. Maybe I missed it. If you guys know, comment below. But those two people were going to do a head-to-head battle. Look at my nails. I just painted them today. Anyways, okay. Head-to-head, and then the loser of that head-to-head was going to go home immediately. So they were going to be the first one evicted, or to be going home. But then with Paloma going home, everyone is safe, and they all cheered in celebration. All right, so we move on to the HOH competition. And at this time, it was like 8:30, like 8:29. I was like, what are we going to do for 30 minutes? What are we going to do? We were playing the HOH, and I was like, are we going to have a winner? I'm going to look up the winner immediately after I'm done recording this. But the HOH competition is called Bye Bye Backstage. And what they have is they have 7 head-to-head races, and you win the race and you will have a chance to play in the HOH competition. So they race across this obstacle course of like these pegs, this piano that was like on a seesaw, spinning guitars. There was a peg wall, a rock wall. And basically the first one to their buzzer wins the round and moves on. If you fall off, you must go back. So the first round was Pooch versus Michael. Michael won. I was like, yes. Then we have Taylor and Alyssa, and Taylor won, and I was like, double yes. And then Indy and Joseph. Didn't really care for this one, but I think Joseph reminds me of one of my students. So when Joseph won, I was like, yes, yes. And then everyone else didn't really matter. Brittany versus Amira. I was like, Brittany gonna have a hard time with this. Brittany seemed like she got 2 left feet. Amira won pretty easily. Then Jasmine and Terrence, and I was like, what is going on? I don't even think I checked off who won. Let me check it off right now. But Jasmine and Terrence, and I was like, both of these people. Jasmine, she looked like she got 2 left feet too. She just looked like she's a pretty girl. She's don't look coordinated. And Terrence, I'm like, oh Lord, the oldest guy in the house, like, come on. I'm like, this is gonna take forever. So they were both actually doing pretty good. I think, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think Jasmine fell off. No, maybe she didn't. She just took a little while. And I think Terrence took even longer. But Jasmine ends up getting there first. I could have sworn, maybe it's just me, I could have sworn I saw her foot hit the ground. But maybe it didn't. Maybe when they watched the tapes back, it didn't. I don't know. Maybe they just realized they wasn't going to have time for them to redo it. But Jasmine hits the button and then not jumps off, but jumps off the little platform. And it's like that just gymnastic mat, like that's pretty soft. But if you're not prepared for how soft it is, you could probably get hurt. Because you just kind of fall into it and your body just, you I don't know. Maybe it's softer than gymnastic mat, but basically so they don't get hurt. So if they fall on it, they don't get hurt. Jasmine gets hurt after falling off the platform. A few of the guys rush to her side and she doesn't get back up. She looks like she's in pain. Like, I was like, ooh, girl. And then like the camera is just like on Jasmine, right? The camera's just on Jasmine as she's like, ow, ow. And I'm not making fun of her. I'm just like, the camera's just on her. Ow. The guy's bent over. I think somebody's butt was in the camera. I'm like, so what we gonna do? We gonna watch them? Is somebody gonna carry her off so we can continue? Because mind you, we had just come back from a commercial break. It was the first three rounds, and then Brittany and Amira, and then Jasmine and Terrence had gone after the commercial break. So they were probably expecting to do the last 4, and then go to a commercial break. Or I don't even know if I think so. So Julie, they go to Julie. Julie says, we will be right back. Like she looks like, it's like a calm panic. That's what I got from Julie. A calm panic, because she was like, we just got back. What is going on tonight? Like, we already spent 6 hours trying to figure out what was going to happen. And then Jasmine can't get up. And then, like, I was just like, Julie, you're stressing me out. Julie probably like, I quit. But anyways, come back from commercial break. And at this point, Julie's like, we have to hurry. We got like 4 minutes. So Kyle and Turner go up next. Both of them are hustling. They are hustling. They were the fastest pair out of everybody. Everyone else kind of seemed like they're like, boom, 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 right? No. Kyle and Terrence, no. Kyle and Turner were both like, boom, 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 right? And then Kyle won. It was very quick. Turner was probably like 2 or 3 seconds behind him. Then it was Monty and Nicole. Now, I almost thought Monty was, I'm just thinking about this. What was Monty trying to throw it? Because I think he was. And then Nicole was just doing like it's like they were both trying to throw it. That's what I got from it, is that they're both trying to throw it, but then they were taking so long, like they both fell off at least twice. And Monty just got there. Monty ended up winning, but I just wasn't sure because it seemed like they were trying to throw it because of the amount of times that they fell off. Like most people, if they fell off once and that was it, but then the other person won in that time. So after this, there was like 2 minutes left. Julie seemed ready to get off the air, ready to have a drink, ready to go. Julie was talking very fast to get them credits rolling. You know, somebody was in her ear like, okay, Julie, we got 10, 9. Julie's trying to read. She's reading very fast. Hurry up, read the script. The words are flying off the teleprompter. The man with the cards is like, right? So I didn't even get what she really said. I had to go back. Luckily, I had my little DVR. But Sunday episode, we're going to find out the HOH and noms, probably. Wednesday, POV. Thursday is the vote, but she said that there's a huge announcement that will turn the house upside down. I don't know what that means. I'm excited to find out because you know what? Taylor didn't go home. Michael's safe. I hope, sorry, I'm talking so loud. I hope that Taylor is HOH because I want people to come and kiss her ass. I want it. Or I hope Michael is, and Michael doesn't put Taylor up and gives her a chance to play. I hope he does what's best for him. Either way, I hope Taylor does not go up. Now I'm rooting for her, and I wasn't even rooting for her. So here I am. But thanks for watching. If you like what you heard, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all 12 of you that are going to end up watching this, but I'll see you guys. When is it? Sunday. All right. Bye.